I can't see shit in this thing.
Neither can I. This is so scratched up to hell.
What's up, comic book fans?
Hey,
You here for comic news?
yeah.
Is that maybe what you're here for? You want to check out some comic news?
Just to let
All
you know,
right.
we're not into gimmicks.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
So as always,
I
this
can't
show
wear
is
this thing. It's too goddamn
likely
tight.
to be not safe for work.
Whew.
So make sure you are not sharing this out to your grandparents, anyone that has questionably high moral standing in your community.
Unless your grandparents are like completely rad, like
Yeah, make sure you tag your friends in it. Share it
Yep.
out a little bit though, and have some fun. Why not? Make sure you hit
What's
like,
up, guys?
subscribe, and do that. Hey, Rose,
You know the drill.
Top chat. Please give us a thumbs up, or wave, or heart, or rose. I don't have a rose.
Thank you.
A little mini bucket of water here. I stay hydrated.
I don't have water. So what have you been up to this past 2 weeks, actually?
I know we didn't have a show last week on account of high wind and crazy weather, and power going out, and internet going down.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to complain about it, and now I'm realizing that the rest of the country is either on fire, under riots, or about to get hit by a hurricane. So, I mean, it's not so bad.
We just had a little bit of wind, but it was enough to knock out power. My bad. I forgot to turn everything off, actually. And I just went to bed. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, everything comes back on. Exactly, where it left off. The lights came on. The TV started blaring. I jumped up. I'm like, what the fuck? Running around the damn house. It was bad.
Like
I felt like an idiot.
Yeah, that'll happen. You'll have that.
Yeah. So we actually wrote a blog post about that, but we'll get into that a little later. I got some pictures I want to show to you why we couldn't have the show last Monday. So
this is why we can't have nice things.
Oh yeah. But what have you been doing, Frey? Been 2 weeks.
Working on the system.
Oh yeah.
About it. Getting ready for a new convention we got coming up.
Yep.
We can now talk
spoiler about on last Wednesday. You said we can't talk about?
Oh, we can. We can talk about it entirely now. So
we can.
Yep, those restrictions are completely good to go.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're going to be doing CouchCon early in December. So you guys will be seeing a lot of posts on social media and stuff like that with us going through it. We're pretty stoked. We do have some really cool panels. Looks like going to be lining up. We'll be putting out the announcements for those as soon as we know exactly what time those are all going to be. But it's the weekend of the 4th, and we'll see you there. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to have some rad giveaways. We already have a whole bunch of stuff. What are you doing? What are you looking at? What do you got there?
Nothing.
What you got? What are you looking at?
Nothing. I was going to show them this post.
With the wind.
So, not too bad. They had a little bit of weather here. But this is from essentially the Weather Channel. But I had to show you guys this. This is a trampoline stuck in a power line. This one, I was like,
gnarly.
Holy crap. The rest were from the local news. So, yeah, I don't know if you can see it too well, but there's a trampoline stuck in a tree.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the best place to have it, though, really.
Yeah, if you're going to let your kids jump, might as well be like, hey, climb the tree, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a old barn. Got taken out. Some trees taken out, some fence and houses, and yeah, it's a big old tree, man.
Yeah, the wind was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rose in chat says, so what happened? I felt so alone. Did you watch anything after you got taken off? yeah, so on Saturday, some of you were on there. We were going to do the DC Part 2 event, DC Fandom event.
Yeah.
Part 2. And yeah, we got pulled, just like everybody got pulled, which was crazy.
Oh, we made it quite a few hours last time, but this time, hey, I made it through our entire show without having to leave. Yeah, we were there for a half an hour before we got pulled.
Yeah, it was kind of lame, but it is what it is. So
yeah,
that happens. Daryl's in chat saying, "Hey guys, what's up, Daryl?" And
hey,
Brendan's in chat saying, "Hello, mates. What's up, Brendan?" So yeah, all right. What do we got going on? What do we got to talk about here?
So, let me see. Oh, I got Siri talking to me in my ear. Shut up, Siri. Nice. There we go. All right. So, a little bit of blog news. So, we have 2 articles. Yeah. Will DC Comics still be a thing? Part 2. That one, like I said, I wrote part 1 and part 2 in one giant blog post. Are we watching DC die? I hope not. I really hope not. But they're promising that out of everything, they're going to still focus on the comic books. But as you can see from that last convention, the DC fandom, there wasn't a lot of comic book talk other than Batman.
Still, most everything was about taking their IPs and putting them towards movies and television. And I don't remember them saying a single thing about any new books that are coming out.
They were talking a little bit about the 3 Jokers.
Oh, that's right. Yep, they did a panel on 3 Jokers. You're right.
Yeah,
I remember that now. Yeah,
but
so
that's just one series. So I DC to me it's going downhill. It really is. They're getting rid of the collectibles, which have you ever actually seen like the detail in these those figurines and all that stuff?
No.
They're actually remarkable. They're really good. But at $50, $60 to $200 a piece.
No thanks.
Yeah, is it worth it? You got to be a diehard. I do have a few of them, but then we talk about the comics that they've officially said are canceled. That would be Batgirl, Batman and the Outsiders, Justice League Odyssey, Batman's Grave, and Metal Men. Now, what's weird about that is they were saying that it's essentially going to be the Bat family that is going to save DC Comics. Or at least that's what they were hinting and what they were going to focus on. But you have Batgirl, Batman and the Outsiders, and Batman's Grave. 3 out of the 5 that they're saying is officially canceled. Then in November, we have Teen Titans, Young Justice, Suicide Squad, Hawkman, and Hellblazer. And possibly, they're saying they're ending the run on Aquaman. Now, that could mean one of 2 things. One, okay, that story arc is going to end and they're going to bring some, a new creative team on there. Or that's it for Aquaman.
I don't know. I feel like they're just hemorrhaging at this point. I really do. I mean, I feel like we're watching them just slowly bleed out. It really sucks. Let's see. In chat, House Lorbridge on YouTube says, "Hey, all, what's up, House? What's up, Lorbridge?
Hey, what's up?
So why did they put it on in the first place if they pull people off? DC. Nice. I mean, that's all anybody can even say at this point. Like, nobody understands why they're doing anything right now. So I hate putting anything on that, but it just kind of is what it is, They're very selective about what they want shown out there, and I feel like their marketing is just a little behind in the times. So we will see. We'll see what happens.
So the weird thing out of all their announcements was everybody was expecting WB Games to just go away. Before DC even had all this trouble, they weren't putting out the content that they really needed to. And one of the craziest announcements was, hey, WB Games, we're going to turn that into something amazing. And it was kind of weird. It was like that was a kind of a dying entity at the time before any of this even started. That was one of the things that led to the downfall of DC Comics.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're like, nope, that's safe. Okay.
I don't know. They're killing it with the games department though. Like,
now,
I mean, they're making money.
They made some great announcements with the last fandom as well as this one, as far as the WB games. So
Suicide Squad stuff looks pretty cool. Looks promising.
That was actually a weird one. Supposedly, according to the creators, that one is actually a spin-off of the Arkham games. But that new Batman game where Batman's dead, what was it called again? Do you remember?
Arkham Legends or something like that?
It wasn't Arkham. I think it was like Batman Legends or something like that. But that actually has nothing to do with the Arkham games. So out of the two games that came out, only one was connected to Arkham, and it was not the one that you thought. So
I thought so. I thought it was.
So did I. Because
Brandon
at the end,
says Aqua SJW. So there's so many comics I want to get into, and it's dying. So that's what's kind of neat about all this is that comics really aren't dying. Comics are getting larger and larger, I think, by the day.
Yeah, it's
as the culture and as everything altogether. I feel like DC is just having a very difficult time in keeping up with the times. And I think that we're just slowly watching them erode away to the point that, like Matt has said, I'm starting to agree with him, is I think that sooner or later, DC is essentially just going to be a company that, you know, I guess leases out their IPs, you know.
So the one thing that's really interesting about this is in the blog article, I talk about kind of the gatekeepers over at Marvel. They're really tightening down the hatches over there because they can kind of smell the blood in the water.
Yeah.
There's a huge surge of creators that are starting to navigate towards Marvel, which they're locking down their doors. They're not letting in near as many people as we thought.
Yeah, Rose in chat says, do you think DC Comics is going the same way of Marvel Comics? No, I do not.
Marvel Comics is in a whole other fight. I haven't really got into it too much in the blogs, but Marvel is in a whole other fight. But we are starting to see kind of a downturn of the superhero comics, and more comics are being produced than ever before in the indie sector, which doesn't necessarily always focus on traditional superheroes, the man in tights kind of thing. So,
hey Matt, scoot forward a little bit so your voice is a little bit closer to the mic, so it'll pick you up better.
All right, let me readjust the settings so the mic should have been picking up.
We can hear you. It's just that you're getting a lot of air noise and stuff like that because you're sitting so far back. It just sounds better when you're leaning forward. Yeah, so as Matt just said, like they're in their own fight and they've got their own thing going on. It's just the thing is Marvel isn't Marvel anymore. Everybody's got to keep that in mind. Marvel is now Disney Comics. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Switch back over to your mic.
Really?
You switched your mic and now it sounds awful. That sounds absolutely terrible. Hey, I'm just telling you.
All right. It actually kind of
sounds much better.
all right. So the reason why I'm kind of trying to avoid sitting forward is somehow in this past 2 weeks, I managed to break my back. And
is that hurting?
I don't even have a good story.
Well, lean
That's
back
what
and just
pisses
move
me
your
off.
microphone closer to you. Get comfortable. Just,
Oh, there is no getting comfortable lately.
Wow.
So I went to bed. I kind of had a little sore back, but it was more like muscle. Like I actually worked. And then I woke up the next day. I was like, I can't move, and yeah, I ended up having to go to the doctors. They did an X-ray. They're like, it's broken. So, good times. All right.
So you're hold on. You're not going to get away from that. So how did you break it? Did the doctor say? I mean, I don't mean physically. Like, what were you doing? I mean, how is your back broken?
It's a hairline fracture along one of the vertebrae, but it's so far out. It's I have to go in on Wednesday to find out if they're gonna actually do corrective surgery and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's good times.
I mean, what do you have no idea though until they go in for that surgery to
Nope.
know fully like what the long-term effects are going to be?
No, I don't. Like I said, I got to go in on Wednesday and talk to them and find out all the little details. And they said most likely they're going to recommend fusing it, and I'm like, nope. So,
and chat Lorbridge says, "Damn."
Yeah, it's it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. What? What? Okay, so we should probably get back over to the news, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even though this is a really funny headline, and I just kind of want to keep it up for a while.
All right. So back to that whole blog post thing. Oh wait, go back to the blog post.
We're not on the blog post anymore. We got to keep this thing moving. We got to keep this train rolling. We're 20 minutes in. Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have another blog post to actually go over, which would lead into the article that you posted recently. But okay,
we'll get to it. I'm just going across the tabs. I said, there's no order. There's no order here anymore. And how
you know what? I have everything, guys, in like a bulleted list, so it's like he could see everything. And oh no, it is actually numbered in order. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But
let's have some fun with it.
Rick Moranis, the dude from Ghostbusters. I mean, he has been in everything that was funny back in the 80s. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Spaceballs. Hello?
Spaceballs. Yeah. Dude, my favorite scene is when he's yelling like comb the desert. And then all of a sudden you have those like stormtrooper dudes out there like with a huge giant comb. And then you had like these two black guys with this big ass pick.
I need to find a copy of that video now real quick. So let's see what is it? Mint Mobile. Should have done that before the stream, but I mean, the bad thing is that it's just for a commercial.
It is.
You know what I mean?
But it's the fact that he had come back, and he actually, I believe, he quit acting when his wife died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, hopefully I'm not mistaken on this, but I'm sure chat will correct me if I am wrong because it's Rick Moranis and everyone loves Rick Moranis. So his wife got cancer. And so what he did is he stopped acting, and he took care of his wife until she passed away, and then he took care of his kids. I mean, it's very difficult to hold that against the guy, which also.
Oh no, I don't hold anything against him.
Yeah, like just absolutely amazing, really.
Yeah, he's honestly one of my all-time favorite comedic actors. Just everything he did was just so awesome,
and so damn handsome. Rose Kirby says you could be the $1 million man after your surgeries and stuff. Very true.
There we go.
Langston on Facebook says, ladies. Let's see. Brennan on Facebook says, I've got Spaceballs coming on Laserdisc. I can't wait. Spaceballs is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Literally says Spaceballs the laser disc. That is so great. That was one of my favorite parts. We were like, Spaceballs the flamethrower.
So they actually were planning a sequel to that movie.
We need
Did
it.
you ever hear about that?
I've heard a few things. I mean, I've also heard that they were planning on talking about doing a sequel for History of the World, which
Oh yeah.
was so funny.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Mel Brooks is so good.
But my favorite all-time, it's got to be the best title you've ever heard of for a sequel. It's Spaceballs Part 3, Search for Part 2.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I was like, that's Spaceballs all the way, man.
I'm gonna play this little commercial thing that's got Rick Moranis on it though, so that.
Oh yes, please.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile has gone so long without an unlimited plan. So to introduce it, we brought in an actor we've all gone too long without. Rick Moranis.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say something about Mint?
No, that would have been smart. But no, it's $30. It's unlimited. It'll do just fine.
Sounds good. I really got to get a phone. So why am I here?
I'm just a huge fan.
Oh, stop it. Come on,
No,
stop it.
seriously. Massive.
That's it?
That's it.
See ya.
Hi, Rick Moranis.
That's great. He's just like fangirling.
Had to watch Blazing Saddles before it got canceled. So that was an interesting movie. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so racist. If you actually watch the movie, it's making fun of racists. It's not racist. It's making fun of those who are. So
It's good stuff.
Oh, it is so
that show
hilarious.
is great. It is just too damn funny half the time. But anything Mel Brooks does is gonna be funny. So
Oh yeah.
let's see here. Ooh,
Hell, I even love Robin Hood Men in Tights. So
I wear tights constantly now just because of that movie. So let's do this. Let's go to this other blog article that you had written. Education
Okay.
in Comics Part 1 is college right for you.
So
Take it away,
if
Matt.
this gets out, I will probably get fired. So here it is, world. So most of you guys know that I'm a teacher. I teach high school.
Mhm.
Now, the weird thing is I see a lot of kids go into college because they're told like they have to, you know, like families are like, no, you will go to college. My brother ended up getting married to a girl. Her family was like, you guys have to go to college. So they both have degrees in stuff that they're not even like using. They're not even using their degrees. So I started to actually write about individual comics, or well, going to school for comics and stuff like that. But most places that most creators and stuff that I was talking to were like, you don't necessarily need the college, you just need practice. So this first half kind of gets into what is it that you need out of college? What should you be getting out of college in order to go into a comic book career?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's creative writing or graphic arts, that kind of stuff. So it really gets into that. And then I kind of break down having a really good strong education versus having that practice. And I talk kind of from a programming and web development background, where I was working for a company. They had me doing the hiring. There was two guys. One, he had all the education. The second guy had all the experience. So, hey
Hey guys,
Somebody came to crash on our couch. What's up?
You guys cleaned it, right?
No.
No,
Probably
it's still messy
it's
from the
probably
party.
a good
Yeah.
idea to not turn on a black
Gosh,
light.
that's so nasty. You guys are
You
so
should have
nasty.
seen the party. It was crazy.
I don't know if I want to see the party now that I know I'm crashing on it.
I've seen some shit.
Really?
You can't unsee that. Nope.
Oh,
can't
nasty. Nasty.
Rose on YouTube says, "What did you think of my post on Instagram, and were you putting up any new pics?" We put up pictures whenever. And I haven't seen your post on Instagram, but I will look for it after the show. I am not a very avid Instagram user. Who is this? What happened?
Whoa, Sean! Woo!
Wow, that's a good entrance. I love that. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, damn.
How you doing,
Dang!
Sean?
I am good. It's been a very crazy week here. I've been packing rewards left, right, and center for Kickstarters and everything.
Nice.
But I've finally I'm down to I think 11 left to do, and then I can sit back and relax. Or
11
can I?
out of thousands.
No, not thousands. The last campaign was pretty good. We had about 144 backers, which is the most that we've had before. And then the one that I co-create with a friend, Terra Olympus, we had 397 backers on that one. So that was pretty intensive. And I felt bad because he doesn't live in the same state as me. So I sent everything to him, and he did all 397 by himself.
Oh! I hope he had a sponge or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to
That
lick
would be
that many envelopes.
He
Well,
was saying that.
let's make
I
a
think
quick
that-
introduction here,
Oh,
just
sorry.
so that everybody knows what's going on. Because you just jumped on and we just start talking.
Oh my! Calm down,
so
Fry. Calm
We've got
down.
Jared
Fault, mate.
here,
It's Jared.
obviously. Nobody cares. And then I'm kidding.
That's messed up now. You guys are such jerks.
I love you, man. I would do the Titanic pose with you on the front of the boat.
Would you get me a Titanic clip next
Yeah.
time? Would
Sure.
you?
Let's do
So
it.
every time you could play it for us.
I'm gonna find it right now. That's what's about to happen.
Oh, you said clip. I thought you said something else.
Oh, no! But I mean, it was Titanic.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
which scene are you talking about?
The one after the drawing. The one after the drawing
Yeah.
that nobody got to see. It was just inferred.
I'm telling you, man. I think we could reenact that Titanic clip very well, though. We need to do that for the next teaser video. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, we've got Sean Keenan from Comics to Movies.
Woo! Sean Keenan!
The beast.
All the way from Australia. How you doing down there?
Not too
Down
bad, not
under,
too bad.
dude. Down
Yep,
under. Not
Yes,
down
yeah.
there.
Do you get
Okay.
offended when Americans are like, how is it down there? I've always wondered that.
No, not really. Not really, because everyone knows that the American women love an Aussie man. So there's no insulting here.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think
you're
I
only-
keep my wife clear away from these videos?
You're only
Like,
speaking truth.
I know. That is the unfortunate truth.
so last time we had you on the show, if I remember right, Jared had a globe flipped upside down in the background,
did.
didn't he?
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He thought he'd showcase Australia, but put us upside down. So
Well, you guys are a little bit backwards, all right? You guys are a little bit backwards
Why do you
in
say
the
that?
way that you kick butt, obviously. Obviously.
so no,
I mean, that ain't a knife. This is a knife. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's got to be a horrible accent, Jared.
Oh, I'm
Fry, and the
I'm
thing I do
trying.
hate is those stupid one-liners that Americans always kind of pull out, like the knife one. Like,
best. Come
Yeah.
on. I wouldn't even know about Australia if it wasn't for that guy.
so you don't even know who he is.
No.
It was Paul Hogan. Yeah. No.
Yes.
Was it
Yes.
Paul Hogan?
Yes,
Okay.
you're right. Yep.
Thank you, Matt. Woo!
For the win. All right.
Wow.
Woo! We saved us by like 5 macho points right there. I could tell.
I do love it whenever they want to try and drum up some international interest. They just release a new Crocodile Dundee movie.
It always worked. It always worked. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Australia. I'm going hunting. And then they start talking like I would start doing the accent, but then I'd sound back because you guys already made fun of me. But
I loved it because everyone thinks, like kangaroos bounce down the street and all that type of stuff. That doesn't happen. We live
not
in
very
cities
often.
and all that.
You mean not very often?
I was going to say, so we had an exchange student at school and he's like, oh, when am I going to see like kangaroos and everything? I'm like, mate, we're at school. Like we're going to see kangaroos at school. And I swear to God, no sooner did I say that, here's 20 kangaroos bounce past our window at school. And I'm like, are you joking me? Seriously, he's going to go back home going, man, I was just in class and all these kangaroos jumped around. I was like, oh, please, come on.
Oh, man.
So,
Seen...
I did want to know, because you're talking about animals and stuff like that. How are the fires down there? I remember talking to you, and I didn't realize how long the fires had actually gone for. You know what I'm saying?
The fires went for 7 months here. So the first fire started in July 2019, and the last fire got put out, I want to say the beginning of March. So that's how long Australia was burning for. And in regards to our country mass, or in regards to how much trees we have, I think it was something as high as 70 or 80% of our forestry was on fire. So
80%.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
Hey, just real quick, Sean. Hey, Frey, Matt, do you guys know why the fires were? I mean, I'm sure you've heard the conspiracy theories. People will be lighting fires, but Sean, will you tell them what you told me about why Australia was actually on fire? It was very interesting.
Yeah, so one thing that I found out is Australia's ecosystem is the only one in the world that actually requires a fire for the bush to grow back. So it's I can't remember the actual terminology around it, but it actually needs to be burnt to grow back. So when we decided to come over and colonize Australia, we just cut down all the trees. We wouldn't worry about the undergrowth or the brush or anything like that. And this is the consequence of not actually listening to the Indigenous people of the country that says, we could have told you that this was coming.
You better burn it or it's gonna burn you.
And they actually used to do this themselves. They used to use all the resources in an area, set fire to it, and hike away, live somewhere else for 5 to 10 years or whatever, and then they would come back and that whole ecosystem would have regrown. So
incredible.
A little bit of interesting information.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I never knew that about Australia, and I guess the geology. It would be the geology, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I just thought that was incredible. Sorry,
yeah,
that was
just
a side note.
I was reading an article a while.
Freaks me out.
Oh, the bugs? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not even go. So I was watching a documentary on the top 10 most deadly animals in the world, and like
We've
7
got
of
8.
them was that
7?
Yeah, it was like 7 or 8 were all in Australia, and I was like, oh my God. And like, I remember it got to like number 6 or something. I'm like, you know what? I am never going to Australia. Like, I might fly over it. And then they did an article about like all these birds like attacking these airplanes. And down. I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna fly over it now.
It was funny with just local football and that or rugby over here has just started back, and there was this one team playing another team that was called the Magpies, and this poor kid's out on the field, and this literal magpie was swooping him while he's trying to play the game, and the coach was saying they've got an extra player on their team, and this poor kid's trying to get the ball, and it keeps swooping him. Didn't touch anyone else on the ground except this poor white kid. He got swooped like 10 times.
Oh, cow.
I'm like, I'm out of here.
Oh man!
Now you got the same magpie. That's the blackbird with the real long tail feather and white on the ends.
So no, it's like a black and white bird. So they're not too dangerous, but they just peck the shit out of your head. So, pretty long beak.
They're really good. But do they have a long tail feather at all?
No, not really. No.
Okay. It's a different magpie then. Idaho has a magpie, but it's a scavenger bird. It has a super long tail, and it's black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah, but they avoid humans. They don't.
No, they avoid them. Yeah, they get the heads out of Dodge as quick as possible when they.
Australia is a giant island where everything is there to kill you. Just still don't get it. Yeah.
That's what makes Sean so bad.
You're still going to get killed. So
dude, that's why Sean's so bad. Because he.
That's why we're a country of convicts, mate. They literally just dropped us off here, going, all these guys will get killed, and we won't have to worry about them, except we survived, mate.
Now what do we do? Oh! Well, perfect.
So send more convicts, and they're guaranteed not to survive the already existing convicts.
That's it. Yeah, and they did, and it just compounded, mate. That's it.
Brian Kerr on YouTube puts Magpie, aka the swoopy boy. I love that. That is great. OTDA says snakes, red black spider, wolf spider, box jellyfish, funnel web spider. Just a few of the things that put me off going to Australia.
Oh my heck.
We're having a few shark attacks at the moment because of the lockdown. We haven't actually been allowed in the water as often, and they opened up. I shouldn't be laughing, but they opened up the beaches the other day. The first guy that goes out gets eaten by a shark, literally eaten. It's the first fatality shark death I think in 20 years. So we've had a few people lose a couple of limbs, but yeah, this one didn't come back, mate.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, normally a shark will bite, and then you kick them and punch them in the nose or something. Wow.
Go for the eyes. You just go for the eyes.
Go for the eyes or the gills, right? You can hit them in the gills if you're a bad A. Yeah. I mean, if you're that close to a shark,
if you're anything like Jared, you punch sharks for fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, dude.
If you guys haven't seen it, check out Chris Manning. He's one of our famous Chris Fanning, one of our favorite famous surfers. He gets attacked by a shark while he's out in the water in a competition, and literally just punches it.
I think I saw that one.
And the shark lets him go, and then he swims in.
Wait a minute! Now I got to find this.
I think I saw that because that's what made me think of punching the shark. Actually, was in was that one Aussie dude that reviews by Aussie Man. Aussie Man Reviews. Is that what it is? I think he actually did it. I think he actually reviewed a video where the surfer guy freaking was out in competition and a shark came up and he just started. Shark flies off. I'm like, wow, that guy's a bad egg.
He just turns around, swims back in. They're like, then they're like, are you going to surf again? He's like, yeah. He goes, where do you think sharks live, mate?
Right?
No, I'm going to go surf in my pool because
Well, I would go to those parks that have those forced water waves. That looks really intense. And they got that person standing out there holding you.
And I see a shark, I am back in the water. I ain't even back in a pool. Screw that. I might get a shower.
I remember catching baby sharks in Hawaii when I was a kid.
No, thank you. My white ass doesn't get anywhere near the ocean. I'll stand on the beach about 45 yards in.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Oh,
No,
you
you can't even do that in
You
Australia.
don't even know what you're
You guys got
missing.
I
those
am
weird like
terrified of
octopus
sharks.
things that live in those rocks.
Sharks
They're
don't
actually
come
really cute,
past the
little blue ones.
reef unless you're that one unlucky guy.
I
I've been
think
stung
the
by
ocean's
them. They're
beautiful.
shocking.
What?
Really?
Blue bottle jellyfish.
Are those the ones with the little sack and then they got the really long blue? I've
Yep.
been stung
And
by
then-
those.
Then they sting ya. Yep.
Jared has
those-
every animal that has a long appendage memorized. We're not sure why.
No, actually, I ran. I don't know. I don't even know.
All right,
Anywho.
so I got the video of that surfer fighting off the shark. So let's watch that really quick here.
Oh,
Okay.
I felt like I was just about to start moving and get going, like just start paddling again, and then all of a sudden I don't know, I just had this instinct that someone was behind me, and then all of a sudden I felt it started getting pulled underwater, and then the thing came up, and I was on my board, and it was like right there. I saw the whole thing just thrashing around, but I was getting dragged under by my leg rope, and then I felt like it kicked me off, but then it was still there going, and I was still attached to my board, and I felt like I punched it a couple of times, and then it was dragging me. I felt like it was just dragging me underwater, and then all of a sudden my leg rope broke, and I was like, all right, just start swimming. I was swimming and screaming. Mate, I'm happy to not even compete ever again. Like, seriously, like to walk away from that, I'm just so stoked. And oh man,
No way. No way in hell. You see how chill he was about all that?
I know.
He got back in the next day and competed.
I watched
Oh my
Jaws,
gosh.
and I didn't get in the water for a month.
That's
Just from
insane.
watching that cheesy ass movie.
I don't even like taking a bath because of Jaws. I don't. I'm just like, I'm showering, and that's it. That's final.
Nah.
Like I avoided
freaked out in
swimming
a hot
pools,
tub.
man.
Dude,
After Jaws,
the chance of getting killed by a shark so small, especially in your bathtub.
I'm just saying. The only way
they will
that-
find a
that I'm
way,
getting
probably in
anywhere-
Australia.
Yeah, in Australia.
Somehow
That's how
the
they
know-
come-
plane or something, like, what's up?
I know sharks can breathe the fresh water. I know that like a bull shark
Those are
can
bull
do
sharks.
that, but they ain't getting in your bathtub, dude. You know,
Yeah,
bull
bull
sharks
sharks
can-
are super aggressive as well. So the
Yeah.
great white will really kind of only attack if it's actually hungry, where the bull sharks are just really
board.
nasty pieces of
Yeah.
work. Yeah. So
dude, the bull sharks actually compete to be born. Like the mother bull shark will have several sharks, and they compete inside the womb, and then the victor is the one that is born. They're aggressive sharks.
sounds like the Extreme Champion tournament.
Yo,
Hey,
What a segue!
you wouldn't say.
just
That was-
slide
that was
right in
beautiful.
there.
That was beautiful.
I like that.
Well,
That was good.
and did you? Hey, Fry, Matt, did you guys know that the championship he's talking about is the #1 championship in Australia?
Yep.
It is. It is. I'm packing the rewards because I am about 50 comics off selling my 7,000th issue. So
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like trying to get as many, but I'm going to fall just short until the next Kickstarter. So, but
Dude,
there's all of all the comics.
7,000?
Yes.
Wow, that's an
Which is
insane number.
pretty cool.
Congratulations, man. That is
That was way
fantastic. That's
now
a
this
big
one that you've
number.
opened up is exclusive to you guys. It's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, so we don't sell this one digitally or anything at all. You can only get it on the crypto marketplace. So
Nice.
yeah,
Oh, hey.
it's It's got a
Hey,
couple of
Sean.
extra pages, and it's been re-dialogued and everything. So yeah.
Did you jump into your dash in the marketplace today by chance?
No, I haven't yet. No.
Well. Do Fry a favor, and when you get a chance, jump in there because he's been busy.
Okay.
Like busy.
Why does that sound so dirty when you say
I mean, well, he did not meet the expectations of the boss, but
So
he's been working hard.
You can kick him at any time, Fry.
I know.
You're actually
he did not meet expectations.
Sean, you've been posting on Facebook that you're working with Dan. I can't ever pronounce his last name. Also from the Spartacus series,
Furigal
on a new comic. Yeah. So is that one going to Kickstarter as well?
Yeah. So we're going to launch that one in December. So I've actually got 3 Kickstarters between now and the end of the year. So we've got XCT Infinity, which is based on a crossover between my XCT series and a video game company called Lightmare Studios, their game Infinity Heroes. Now, the cool thing about that is it's not only just about the crossover comic. You'll actually see all my characters actually in the video game as well. So, and the other thing that sets this a little bit, and the other thing that sets this a little bit apart is that at the end of each issue, so it's going to be a 5-issue miniseries, there's going to be like a multiple choice. So the readers will be able to choose the direction of the next issue. So, which is kind of cool, which is fan interaction and a bit of a throwback to that DC versus Marvel era. Then after that, we've got a alt history comic coming out called Talus of Sparta, and that's where what happens if Sparta defeated Rome and became the powerhouse of what we know as Europe, which is kind of cool. And then, as you just mentioned, we've got a cyberpunk story that we're doing with Spartacus actor Dan Furigal, and that's going to launch in December. So that's like a crime drama set in a dystopian future where Dan's character has this ability that he's able to see fractures in the universe, and he's able to kind of solve crimes by using this ability. So, but yeah.
Dang, dude.
Been busy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got 3 going into
4.
December? 4 going into
December? 3 going into December, and then just after the new year, we've got Terra Olympus Volume 3 coming out. So that's almost already completed and ready to go as well. So I've been very, very busy this year. So COVID has kind of really got me thinking about my business model and how we can create more and everything. And Kickstarter always kind of works with us. So we've just decided to do that and do it more often. So, yeah.
So you don't really take downtime seriously, do you?
Oh, yeah, he takes it at work, dude. He takes it at work. Don't you have another job, too? Like,
yeah.
He does it all, man.
So and then I've got a 4-year-old little girl that likes to spend some time singing and dancing and all the
I do the same thing. It's the best way to get work done.
You realize you're making me feel very lazy, right?
That's because you are.
Shut up, Fry.
Oh, did he say that out loud?
You can't blame someone else for
right now.
You can't blame someone else for overachieving and then be like,
no, but you can say nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what it takes to work in this industry, it seems. Everybody has to have multiple jobs. It's insane.
Exactly.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be part of the comic book industry. I need to go find a job first.
House Floorbridge on YouTube says baby shark.
That's what we teach all of our children here. So
Rose Kirby says, can any of you remember Skippy and that song?
Skippy, Skippy, the bush kangaroo.
Is that what you're talking about? I've never
Is
heard
that
of that.
for real, Sean? Are you being for real?
Yeah,
Right now?
yeah.
What?
It's like from the would it be 80s? I think Skippy the bush
I-
kangaroo.
Wow,
So
I do not know that.
I'm
All right.
surprised someone even knows that. If
that's pretty. Rose is awesome.
is
Rose
Rose
is,
from,
in the
from
UK.
America?
Okay,
So
UK.
okay. I think.
Sorry, Rose.
Rose, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure Rose is from the UK.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
Rose is-
awesome. I've never heard of this Skippy song.
All right.
Yeah, it
Well,
was about a
Skippy
little
peanut
boy
butter.
that spoke to a kangaroo who'd go around saving the day, type of thing.
oh boy.
So it was
So
really
it's the
really
Australian
to be
version of Lassie.
a zoom up of a kangaroo going. And then the kid would be like, "Is someone in trouble?"
It's totally Lassie, dude.
that's fantastic.
Oh my god.
lead ahead, Skippy.
Oh man, I've got it loading in right now, so we can all check this thing out because now we got it.
Oh, that's I want to know what came
probably
first,
butchered
Skippy or
the song.
Lassie. That's what I want to know. Who came first, Skippy or Lassie?
I don't know, but let's watch
I'm-
the intro really quick.
I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
Google that, man. I gotta know.
The last time I heard anything that high pitched,
Wow, dude, it's looking like Lassie was after Skippy.
Oh wow!
Really?
no
Because I
way.
remember Lassie being in black and white.
Just a minute. It says in Australia television series created by us, produced from 1967 to 1969, aired in 1968
Nice.
to 1970, and Lassie was Red Weather. Oh no, I read that it's 1954 to 1973. So Lassie did come first.
First. Yeah.
Skippy be copying.
But I did find something I think everybody might remember. Let's see.
G'day. Thought I might be able to see America from up here. You're just across the Pacific, you know. Hello? Looks like a boatload of your countrymen coming in there now. Right. And a plane load. Better fill the icebox and fire up the barbie. Because Aussies like to make you feel at home. G'day, viewers. I've just been telling the Yanks how Australia is the best place for a holiday and the friendliest place on earth. The beaches are crisp and clean, beer's cold, and there's plenty of shrimps on the bar. The least we can do is make sure everyone's smiling. I'm not asking you to rent out the spare bedroom or anything. Just flash the pearly whites and say g'day to a visitor. G'day.
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 Come on. Don't make a liar out of me.
So was he? Was he commercialing to the people in Australia or to the people coming to Australia? Because it sounded like he was asking people in Australia to be nice to the tourists.
I feel like that's exactly what that was.
See, that
like, well-
first part was cut, and that's what they showed you, and the second part is what they showed us.
They do an emergency broadcast system across all television networks. Like, the Americans are coming. Just say good day a lot. Nod your
OTDA,
head.
of course he had a big knife. Because that ain't a knife. This is a knife.
Oh God.
All right, so I gotta ask you: is grilling up the shrimp really that big? Like,
That was a ginormous shrimp. That was like a
I know,
jumbo
but
shrimp.
you
See,
always
we find it
hear.
hilarious. I find it hilarious because we don't even call them shrimp. We call them prawns.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever
Hawaii
everyone
all
goes
the
throw
time,
a shrimp on the Barbie, mate, we don't even throw a shrimp on the Barbie. We throw a prawn on the Barbie, but it just doesn't have the same ring to it.
True.
Yeah,
Oh,
shrimp
great.
sounds so much uncooler than prawn.
OTD is
Yeah.
asking where are the pissed off koalas?
Oh, the drop bears. Oh, we
Wait,
they're
drop
vicious.
bears? Is that
No,
what you said?
they're
What's
just
a drop?
things we make
I
up
was wondering-
and tell everyone.
We'd be like, we know what a koala's really called.
It's a drop bear.
It came from a reliable source. I'm telling you, I got
Well,
this
we gotta
knowledge
we gotta keep
firsthand.
going with the news here, guys.
Sorry,
we're
guys.
into the
Yeah,
show by
we're
now,
hanging
so-
out. We're
I
hanging out.
totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so hang out. Keep
Sorry,
going.
we
So
kinda-
next up on the list,
Oh,
Keanu Reeves' new Berserker comic.
What?
Oh yeah, it's over 300K in less than 1 day on.
Well, of course,
Kickstarter.
it's Keanu freaking awesome Reeves, man.
Now
Yeah.
he's actually co-writing that, if I remember right. Berserker.
Did you see the shipping on that?
I did not.
The shipping on that to any international customers was between 100 and 150 US dollars. It was more than the
Wow.
actual pledge of the three books. Because I'm like,
Shit.
how can you only have 6,000 backers and be making that amount of money? And it's because they're releasing it in 3 graphic novels. Now you don't even you pledge now. You don't even get the first reward until September next year.
What?
And then the next one is April the year after, so 2022, and then a few months after that for the third one. So,
Let's see.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right now we're at $771,000 with 7,000 backers.
What? That's
That
all
is
because he's a
so
badass.
crazy.
That's because he's John Wick and Ted from Bill and Ted's. Holy, because those kind of. I mean, now you can't normally do that. Normally, you don't do a Kickstarter until you have it all created, right? Or do they have it created? They just choose to be jerks about it when they hand it
That
out.
was the next article that we're going to be talking about.
That's what's pretty interesting is that with the whole cancel culture type stuff, a lot of different creators that that leverage all their stuff on Kickstarter, they're pissed off because first of all, Boom isn't small. You know what I mean? They're not a small studio. The book's already entirely funded. It's already done. And what they're doing is
wait. I have the book is done. Like they could deliver it now.
Right.
Yeah, they could.
And what they're essentially doing is they're using Kickstarter as a way to pre-sell, before its release, rather than to try to get funding to make it or to compensate the creators directly and stuff like that. It's just they're using it as a separate sales funnel.
Whoa.
And so a lot of creators are upset about that and trying to get it pulled. However, I don't know, man. Every creator,
I'm not. If he can do it, if anybody could do it, all the more power to him. It seems almost unfair, in a way, because every creator I've ever talked to says you got to have everything ready to go and you got to deliver in a timely fashion. And how long does this go for? Could he be into the bazillions by the time it's done?
It's already going. The thing is that it keeps showing all the graphic novels, but nothing really says exactly how big they're going to be. So that's kind of up in the air. It doesn't list a specific page count, unless they've updated it recently, but that's something else that people have gotten a little upset about, is because they could charge you $50 and literally send you a 5-page book. You know what I mean?
Well,
I doubt they would.
That's going to happen. Come on now.
Yeah, I doubt they would, but it opens the door for more creators to do that. And everybody's had problems with someone in the past, so hopefully that doesn't become a norm. You know what I mean? I think fans appreciate having full clarity of what they're paying for. So that's another thing. That's
Anybody does that's buying something,
right? I haven't seen any of that stuff about the shipping though. I want to look that up now. So
Yeah, so what you do is scroll all the way down the bottom, and they actually have a graphic of all the different shipping items, and like to Australia, I feel like it was $150. So
Oh,
Just
dang.
for
Here we
the
go.
shipping?
yeah. Here we go. There you go.
Shoot.
So Australia is. Oh,
Wow.
they've changed it. Oh no.
no,
Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. So it looks like soft cover is $36.20, hardcover is $36.20, and
well,
Fully
that is
Berserker
per
Complete Collection.
That is per shipment.
That's what I was going to say. They've changed it from $150 to per shipment.
Yeah,
So I was going to
it's
say
$139 total.
Yeah.
there you go. So that worked out. So that's $139 US. That worked out to be $175 Australian. And if you go up to whatever the 3 books were worth, so
Tier, I think it was tier 2.
You're paying more even at like tier 4 and lower.
Yeah.
You're paying more for shipping than even
Holy
the value of the books. Holy crap!
criminy.
So
the one thing that's interesting though is that they did this signed version for $1,000, and then another version at $2,500,
And they're
where they
sold out.
place you in the book with Keanu Reeves, and both of those are sold out. That is insane. I didn't even see how many they did.
$100 to be in a book with Keanu Reeves. I mean, it's so freaking tempting. It's not even funny, but still, I mean, I'd have to mortgage my house and my car and my wife, and it would just be horrible, you know?
Yeah.
But I'd be in a comic with Keanu. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Dude, we'd go shooting together. We'd be shooting buddies.
The thing is that some of these, like even the stretch goals and stuff, are so, for what this comic is, they're very lackluster, especially when you compare that to what a lot of indies do.
That's because
you know what I mean?
It's somebody's name. I mean, he doesn't have to try.
Right. But
It's all running on a name, where indie creators, they have to actually like draw in with the appeal of unlocking things and those extra tiers of more. Like Sean, when you're doing your Kickstarters, what do you find as far as like what's necessary to really drive people to unlock those stretch goals?
Yeah, well, for me, I try and beat my last Kickstarter. So I set all my goals at what I raised last time. So, because your aim is always to do better campaign after campaign. So we've just set ours at 144 backers, because that's what we had last time, and $6,100, which is what we raised. So once we get to those, then we unlock rewards. But most of the rewards that we do, we try and add more value to what you're getting. So, we like talk to other independent creators, see if we're able to gain access to their books either digitally or physically, add them to the rewards. We offer, limited edition prints. We've got enamel pins, all these other different little things that we're able to add into the package that the person's not having to pay more for delivery and stuff like that, but they're actually getting more for their dollar. So,
well, and did you find that those were a necessity to really drive and beat goal each time? Or achieve the new goal each time. Is it necessary to add those little incentives where obviously Keanu doesn't have to because he's got a John Wick name?
I think there's some people that will back a project for the stretch goals, but 9 times out of 10, it's if you've got a strong product to begin with, and people enjoy either your series or what you're offering, they're going to back it, whether they're stretch goals or not, because they're wanting the original product type of thing. Now, Boom's just doing very, very good business in regards to not offering too much that that they don't have to over deliver to people, that they're able to, literally use this as a pre-ordering system, and it's, other than whatever Kickstarter takes, it's not costing them anything to kind of do this. They're getting so much free publicity from indie creators just complaining or talking about the project themselves, that they're just laughing all the way to the bank on this. But for me, as an independent creator, I don't have an issue with these big companies coming onto Kickstarter, because they're drawing people that might not necessarily already be on Kickstarter onto the platform. So that gives me more people to sell my products to. So, I'm not going to expect to make $770,000 off a project, but if I can pick up, another 5 or 10 backers off them, because they've brought on people onto Kickstarter that were not on it before, well, then there's another 5 or 10 people that I've added to my audience, and then next time there's another 5 or 10, and then that's the way I'm building up my audience. So that's the way I look at it. I've heard what a lot of people say: rising tides lifts all boats. And that's what I believe.
You're such a stud. Well, you're such a stud, because the funny thing is this is exactly what we preach in the marketplace, and it and it's funny, what you just said is so important. The tide raises all boats. As somebody who brings in a lot, that can actually filter into more sales for you.
I'm absolutely stealing that term.
What?
Forever. The tide lifts all boats. I'm stealing that.
That was genius. That was genius. I was like, oh man, just add CryptoComics Marketplace. Come on, Sean. Just say it right there at the end. Come on.
Let me check on chat real quick here, guys. Amy Fraser says no one can meet the expectations of the boss. I know.
See?
Rose Kirby says thanks. It's Skippy, the same as Lassie. OTDA started laughing his ass off, obviously. Amy Fraser says, "What the fuck?" I think talking about the amount that Berserkers going on right now. I mean,
my gosh, dude.
So I noticed one other thing on here while you guys were talking. If you note on the bottom of this image, it also says that this insanely high shipping cost also doesn't include any exports, any taxes, any brokerage fees, any of the duties for importing, anything.
What is it? What does all that mean?
That
so
means
even more expensive.
Yeah, that means that,
for example, in Australia, if they declare it over $50, so say that there's a bunch of stretch goals, and they declare on it, okay, this is worth $75. Then before customs will release it to me, I then need to pay GST or our tax on top of that. So not only, and then that would be each time they do a shipment. So for the 3 times, I would then pay type of thing. So
that is
the only thing I will say in regards to this, where it does hurt our industry, is our local comic book stores, because the biggest thing, even with independent comics, and I'll let you guys into something that I'm doing in my next Kickstarter that I've never done before, is when you sell directly to the marketplace and then you go to a store and go, oh, can you sell my stuff as well? You're cutting out a lot of their customers, because you've already directly sold to them. So by Boom doing this, that makes it difficult for stores, because people are going to say, well, I've got it on order with Boom. I'm not going to order it from my local comic book store. So on our next Kickstarter, I've reached out to some of my local comic book stores and going, hey, rather than stocking my book and rather than, me selling and then selling on to you, how about you promote my Kickstarter to your audience, and every backer we get from your audience, we will pay you. We will pay the store a commission off every single backer that we get from. That's so the local comic book store then actually gets something for helping you out and everything. So that's what we're trying this time. Fingers crossed that it all goes well. But we've talked to 3 stores that are on board about that. So we're doing special links for them so we can actually track the sales and everything. And then, we can keep them up to date to say, oh, hey, this is how much you've generated so far. If you want to post every single day, well, then that's great. If you only want to post once or twice in the whole campaign, that's up to you. But there's more incentive for them to post all the time and reach out to their customers if they're actually getting a financial reward out of it. And for me, then that kind of validates what I'm doing as well, because I'm like, okay, well, if I can get stores to do this and create this product from the get-go, then there's actually the market and the audience for the product.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh, Sean.
Great.
This is what makes you so freaking awesome. Like, this is like right in line with what we're doing with Comic Bucks to allow bookstores to actually work with us. That's so freaking. Oh, I love what you're doing.
That's what made me think of it.
That's great.
I heard you talking. I'm like, man, this is just like the Comic Books program. This is incredible. Oh, that's
next
so
news element.
Awesome.
The Walking Dead is teaming up with Bridge Constructor for the new game.
I don't even know what that means.
So,
Bridge
have you
Constructor- it's
guys
like a weird
ever
little-
played the Bridge Constructor games?
Is that the one? Is that the one where you're sitting at Applebee's and they've got that little card reader machine, and then you're a tractor and you got to drive along and like run it, and it falls over, and then you got to figure out how to move stuff.
No.
All right.
No.
No, but tell us more about this tractor game.
It is so fun. It is so fun while you wait for your food, man.
So yeah, it's a weird game. It's even weirder that The Walking Dead is essentially being kind of massively sold out for everywhere and everything.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean sold out for everywhere and everything? Like it, I haven't seen Walking Dead all over everything.
It's just a sellout now.
Yeah,
really?
They're kind of they're putting Walking Dead on everything, which is cool. I mean, those creators need to get paid. You know what I mean? But
are they getting paid? That would be my first question.
Ask Tony.
Oh, Kirkman is getting paid.
who knows
Believe
anymore? I mean,
The
I'm sure
stars
AMC
are
is
getting paid. They're
Kirkman,
like, we
the creator
created
of Walking
this.
Dead, he is getting paid.
Oh,
Believe
good.
The
me. I
stars
want
aren't
to say
getting
he
paid
retained
from
his
Walker
rights.
Stalker Con.
What was
Really?
that?
Really? You didn't hear about all that? Walker Stalker convention went under. They weren't paying certain guests and everything. I thought that everyone knew that.
No,
Yeah.
I hadn't
No,
heard
I
this.
hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, check out Peyton. Who plays Ezekiel? Peyton. I can't even think of his name now, but the guy that plays Ezekiel, the guy that plays Jerry and everything. It's been ages ago. Walker Stalker's gone under. They were going to be bought out, but then I guess this has all kind of gone by the wayside with COVID and no conventions being on. But we're supposed to have them back in Australia in February, and that kind of fell through because they were taking money from one con to pay for the next con and it wasn't, so people weren't getting actually paid and stuff. So the big London one got canned, and then everything just fell by the wayside and everything. The guy that was running that got into large debt. So yeah.
Yeah, the one that was in Vegas got smashed on first, I think.
So
I remember right. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. We're going to go on to the next topic, though, because that's just kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So, Batman Day, 9/19. So
That is just right around the corner. DC's declaring it Batman Day again.
they're not doing a significant book for it. So why? I mean, they are. I was reading somewhere else. They are making masks and having them sent to comic book shops that have, like, Joker's face, and if I remember right, it was Harley Quinn was the other one. But they're using Diamond Distributing to send the masks, and I was just kind of like, that's kind of That's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? That's
Is that a
kind of
little
rude.
salt in the wound there? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Amy Fraser on Facebook says that's my birthday. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. I can get behind Talk Like a Pirate Day. Batman Day, it's not happening in my calendar. It seems so weird to me, man. Like, and I hate being like a negative Nancy kind of thing, but why? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like DC is that one friend that you have that's like trying to make something cool and just keeps trying to do it, and finally you're just like, Matt, quit wearing a dress in public. People are staring at it weird.
Hey, I got compliments. Besides, that only happened twice. Okay,
it wasn't
guys?
a dress; it was a muumuu.
It was a dress. It was twice, only twice. I swear.
Do you know what a muumuu is?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys behind Batman Day? Are you going to be celebrating that?
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Wait.
I'm
Batman.
At my other job, they don't even celebrate really Martin Luther King Day. So
I'm Batman.
I gotta take something back. I'm gonna go to school dressed up as Batman.
Do it, dude, and then post some pictures.
They keep saying masks are mandatory.
Are you
they
gonna
never
do some
said
old school
that the mask
tights
have to
ones,
cover
or
your
what?
face.
What outfit? Which Batman are you going to be? Are you going to be the old TV series one? That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, you got to go with the old Adam West.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Lorbridge on YouTube says, "I'm sure Matt looked very nice."
Oh, he did. It was all flowery.
We're still in lockdown, so I can celebrate Batman Day by putting it on my TV screen, but that's about as far as I'm going to be able to go.
Dude, you can, but you get to wear a mask. It's Batman Day.
Yeah, nah.
I just love how nonchalant you're just like, nah, don't care.
Right? I'm locked down, quarantined.
I did notice that the other day that they were saying I was silly things Australians say that make no sense, and I didn't even realize I did it until then. Is where you say, instead of saying yes or no, I go yeah nah. Like
yeah.
It's like make up your decision, make up your mind, say yes or no.
Oh no,
it's like,
that is a very obvious sarcastic no. Okay,
good.
Like everybody knows that. Everybody should know that.
I would be like, dude, you got to make up your mind, man. You got to right or left.
Which is it gonna be? What's in the box?
Oh. Do it again.
All right, next up, Netflix confirms Resident Evil is getting a live action series.
I've not heard of this.
What?
Yeah. I heard for a long time that they were looking
and I'm going to be losing Netflix. Oh, dang it.
I'm firing up here.
For shame.
Yeah.
You can always come over to my house and watch it, Jared.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
In your muumuu.
And I don't wear a muumuu. I wear a utility kilt. There's a difference.
Live stream that, guys.
I don't wear a muumuu. I wear a wrap.
What's really interesting is that their tweet about it calls it out and says when the Wesker kids move to New Raccoon City, which means that they're probably doing like a Stranger Things type of deal with it. You know what I mean? If it's Wesker's kids, for anybody that isn't aware, Wesker is a character in the Resident Evil series of games, and a little bit in the movies, but not quite so big in the movies. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, obviously, it's just gonna be based in the Resident Evil world rather than.
So it's Lara Croft and Resident Evil.
Yep, Jared. It's Lara Croft and Resident Evil.
I think he's having technical difficulties again, guys.
Yep.
What?
Boop. See you later.
Fine, I'm out.
See, whenever I'm watching you guys live, this is the part that I find the funnest when you boot Jared.
Take that, Sean. I see how it is. Oh wait, hey, move that camera back, would you, Fry? I messed up your. I'm sorry, I messed it up. I'm sorry.
Would
about
you
that.
stop
Thank you. Sorry.
I should have never gave Jared.
Quick, hurry. Let's get rid of him.
I hate you.
I'm sorry about that.
He's
I'm
laughing, but then on Wednesday he's gonna be like, "Why doesn't my login work anymore?" Right? And he'll be like, "There can be
You
only
have to
one."
change it when you piss me off.
You like me a
Oh,
little
Lord.
bit, don't you, Fry?
What was that? So let's see. Let's check on chat really quick here. House Orbert says, "I thought that was an obvious no." Then it says, "Ooh, excited about the Resident Evil announcement." And then Netflix is doing great with their upcoming horror. Amy also said that Idahoans do it too. We do. The yes/no.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
Yeah, I just watched the Killer Queen, Babysitter Killer Queen, the sequel to my Babysitter as a Killer or whatever on Netflix, and they're really good. I really enjoyed those. They're like, slapstick horror type ones, but really, really good. It's got Robbie and Mel in it, and
I'm gonna check that out.
yeah, check those out if you haven't already. But Netflix's horror is, I think, pretty good. They don't have to worry about, I guess all the censorship and everything everywhere else restricts people to do.
Yeah, they can do whatever the hell they want, really.
Oh, yeah. They kind of like own it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a part of the web provider. Don't they provide internet to everybody?
Netflix?
You guys ever start to get a pain like right here?
Yeah. All you actually have to do is take a couple of Advil and hit the remove button on. I love you, Jared.
Oh, it's okay. You don't know what I'm doing when my camera's off.
Oh, you're dirty. Get out of here. That was creepy. That weird wink that he does.
I didn't wink at you, Fry. Stop talking like that,
okay,
buddy.
Dude. I'm gonna have to call HR. Okay.
Dude, you don't need to call HR, bro. We don't need to go.
I'm gonna get Kevin on the phone.
No. What? No, what? What are we talking about here?
Right.
We're talking about the main Archie title is on surprise hiatus after 78-year run.
Yeah, so
the longest
kind of
running series, I believe, in comics is finally calling it quits for a while.
So was that out before the Phantom?
What was that?
I don't know.
Was Archie out before the Phantom?
I think it's been on longer than Phantom.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna look that up and make sure.
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now. 1939 was Archie.
Wow.
And we've got 36 was the Phantom, but the Phantom
didn't they take a break, like kind of stop in
2016.
the 70s and come back in the like mid 80s?
In 2016, it took a short hiatus for 2 months. In 1966, it was being published in 583 newspapers worldwide, but looks like it stopped there for almost a month. But that was while they were changing things up, and so most newspapers, I guess, just republished some of the older comics that they had put together. So I don't know if you consider that a break. I mean, it's not new, but it never stopped either. So I guess on it would be, you'd have to kind of give it to the Phantom for the distance there, aside from the recycling of content or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, Archie's been killing it lately too. It's about 5 years ago, I think, when they did that whole update and kind of went through the whole storyline and all the characters and everything and made it more modern and
well, they have traditionally been quite controversial. I mean, when you look at the art and stuff like that, you think, oh, happy-go-lucky, but if you actually read the storylines, they were pretty edgy at times.
You're edgy.
They were the first What?
I would
You're
call
edgy.
him edgy. Maybe like
Dude,
doughy.
I'm not kidding. They were actually pretty edgy.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's awkward. All right, next article. DC gets a shiny new manager from Activision Blizzards.
Oh, Wesley Snipes.
What?
Amazing. What did you say?
I said
Wesley.
it's a Wesley Snipes.
It kind of looks like it.
I thought it was. I was like, yeah, let's get.
yeah,
so this
you
guy,
guys-
he took over as kind of operating or general manager, essentially, for DC Comics. Ever since they let Dan DiDio go, it's been kind of up in the air as to who's been in charge over there. Jim Lee was running things for a while, and then they brought in three women: Marie Javins, Michelle Wells, and Nancy Spears. So they finally got this guy in from Activision. And
I'm just gonna say it. This guy sucks.
Well, wait a minute.
he's pretty controversial.
So wait a minute. So at the DC fandom, Jimmy Lee looked like he was the one that they were bringing in to
Jimmy Lee? Hold
Is
on.
it Jim? Was it Jimmy
It's-
Lee or Jimmy
It's
Wong?
Jim Lee the God. Okay.
Okay, Jim Lee the God. My bad.
All right.
All right. So Jim Lee the God. Sorry, Matt. Jim Lee the God. Now he's the one that it sounded like he was running things, but you're saying that this guy is kind of they brought him to be kind of Jim Lee's boss.
So,
Jim Lee
okay.
is COO right now.
well, as of right now,
an acting
he's
publisher, I think.
basically he's just the puppet. I hate to say it. Right now, that's all he is.
Dude, he's a god. I don't think God
Yeah.
can be a puppet.
But they're bringing
who's
him
pulling
up
his
to
strings?
just smile, do the dance, and he's the recognizable face.
Mhm.
So that's what they're keeping him as. He had 2 assistants, I believe, that they just fired in order to kind of like show him, hey, we're the boss over here, not you. So
was he the one that was in charge of all the stuff that's happened thus far?
No.
Just very recently, since the whole Warner Brothers like transition with their staff and their business products.
yeah. Dan DiDio was fired from he was the guy in charge of DC Comics, him and Jim Lee, but it was Dan DiDio was running it.
Okay.
He was let go, and over the whole controversy with the 5G comic series, which they
Okay.
finally announced at this last fandom that it's canceled. It's kaput. But
wow.
you're still going to see some elements coming in there, but because the comics are already done. So
Okay.
Jim Lee was kind of put in charge to be the face of things. And then they brought these 3 women in to kind of be his boss. And
And then they
then-
got this guy to be their bosses.
yes,
Oh wow. Wow. Jim Lee got demoted, man. Shit. He went from
Oh,
top
yeah.
echelon to number 4.
Yeah, and the thing is
Mhm.
that this guy's pretty well hated by a majority of gamers
Are
already.
you serious?
Oh yeah, this guy, he's like one of the main reasons why like loot boxes are as big as they are, which most people and a lot of countries now have outlawed because it's gambling. Aimed towards kids, stuff like that. And he's very much a finance before fans kind of
Oh,
business
that
head.
is so not what DC needs.
And no, that's what most people are just kind of like, like we'll give him a chance or whatnot, but you know what I mean? You guys are like shipping a boat, or your ship is sinking, and you're basically
Dude, have
just
you
threw an
met
anchor on the
DC
front of it.
fans, dude? They are going to burn that ship down while it sits on the water. Like they're gonna be like, it's gonna be like going, and you're gonna be like, oh, look at that big wave. You can see the light showing its shadow.
Yeah,
As that
it's
boat's burning.
It's pretty gnarly, man.
wouldn't wanna be on
The
that
thing
boat.
is nobody wants to see DC go down.
It's not going to go down. It's not going to go down.
It is.
No, Matt, Don't talk like that, man. DC's not going to go down because there's too many iconic things about DC. It's almost like too big to fail. You know, there's just...
Dude, they're canceling Aquaman. Come on now.
Wait, what? The movie?
No, not the movie.
Okay,
the movie's done by
I haven't
Warner
canceled
Brothers.
it yet, buddy.
They're canceling
The comics. The comics. DC Comics is at the point now where they don't care about comics.
Oh, they're
I've
pulling
said
a
it. I've said
Marvel
it.
Disney mouse thing? Those bastards.
No, Marvel, we got into this earlier. Marvel's a whole different other fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's money in comics. Disney is not going to cut that.
Well,
Yeah.
but there's way more money in movies.
I mean, yeah.
Sean, isn't there? I mean, your comics 2 movies. You got to know this spread.
A lot of people, and this is the misconception about movies is, especially from the creators' side, is movies are super expensive to make, with the return coming, almost years after the movie is released for creators. So, when a movie gets done, you do all your financing and everything like that. The movie gets released. It needs to make a certain amount of money to make the money back for the movie. Then it needs to make a certain amount of profit. And then after that, the creator gets their cut after that. So, shows can be on the air for 4 or 5 years before the actors actually see any of the royalties from the show that they've been working on that whole time. Yes, they get paid their normal wage for being on the show, but all of that big money or that money that you think or is perceived within the movie industry is kind of not there until much later. So creators kind of have 2 different options. They can be fully involved with that process and get the money after the fact, which if it is really successful is a big payoff, or they can just option it out. But when you option it out, then you have no creative control whatsoever. So you're pretty much selling your soul to the devil, going, here's my property. You can, bend it over and do it however you want, type of thing.
Who
So
you dealing with, boy? Be careful. Run from those suckers.
Yeah, that's the industry. Like, they don't really want to be beholden to a creator type of thing, unless they're Frank Miller or these type of people that have got the name behind them. But
even with the name behind them, there's no guarantee. Sony just announced recently that they're not doing any more big budget movies until theaters start opening up, which means Spider-Man, we might not get a Spider-Man 3 now.
Yeah, so it's interesting because you look at Batman's already been shut down. Again, Robert Pattinson has contracted COVID. So you look at these like, films are so expensive to make as it is. If you're having to start production, so something that you should be able to shoot in 6 to 9 months is now taking you 18 months to shoot because you have to shut down and quarantine for 2 to 4 weeks every single time. That's going to blow out budgets. That's going to blow out, so do you really want to be doing a multi-million dollar, $130 million Spider-Man movie when that could easily blow out to 200 million if COVID and all the rest of the stuff happens. This is why I find it really interesting, if any of you guys have watched the making of The Mandalorian, is how they're able to do and create all that with partly sets and then the screens. Not green screens, but the screens that go all the way around and up the top of the roof. That makes it quite easy to be able to create a large world type of environment within a small set that you can then really contain who's coming and going, masks and all that other type of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see whether studios start investing in building these type of places around certain parts of the world to kind of do that. But here in Australia, because we've got such low cases with COVID, a lot of filming has been moved over here. So Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth touched down the other day to start filming Thor: Love and Thunder. Other Marvel film, the Asian one, the Ten Rings,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. So that's already filming here. So there's a few in New Zealand as well, just because we've got such low case numbers. But I know Weta has gone and built one of those studios that Marvel has done. So it wouldn't surprise me if places start renting out and using those places to make films. So
Dude, that's what we need to do here in Idaho. We got all this land. We can set up a little, we
can build a dome within a dome,
dude, with green screens everywhere.
Well, the Mandalorian one, it's
not green screen.
They've got one that's a green screen, but they've got another that's an actual screen. I mean, it's like a ridiculously high definition.
Mean like a freaking like a TV screen? It's like rounded and it has like a dome kind of a shape to it over the top.
So the best thing for them is that they were saying is if you are doing a shot and it's like a scene that you're trying to get the sun setting in the background or whatever, and you've got someone like Hayden Christensen that can never get his lines right and he's just fucking it up one time after another, and then the next minute the sun sets and you're like, oh, come on, man, now we're going to come back tomorrow and do this. Where in The Mandalorian, they literally are able to take a photo of that, throw it up onto this screen, and you can be there all night if you want, but it's still the sunset in the background. I'm like, that is such a clever way of being able to film, because it takes away that restriction of having to get it right, type of thing at that one point in time. So
that is incredible.
It's pretty rad.
Man, so is that a Disney thing, or is that this was done just for the Mandalorian at first? Like Mandalorian was the first person to try this type
I
of
think Barbara was just testing it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, because I didn't even realize, when you're watching this, and here's the Jungle Book part, was that he used video game engine. So he used VR and then filmed through VR to get the motions of all of the characters and everything. I found it absolutely fascinating, because he's saying, really, if you were able to spend a certain amount of money on screens, you could literally build what they've built in your garage, and you could film this type of quality in your garage. And I'm like, that is scary to think that you could do that type of thing.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. This could take indie movie creating to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So wow. So when you gonna do your first movie, Sean? I want to be in it.
We'll just be extras.
Yeah.
I just gotta hit up Keanu, and it'll cost you $2,500.
Oh, dude! If you don't mind, would you ask him to pay for my ticket? He obviously can afford it.
Yeah, that's pretty rad technology, man. That's
incredible.
Pretty crazy.
That's incredible. I never even knew that. That's incredible. That is so incredible.
And then, like what Sean was saying, they're using the video game engine to actually tell where the camera is at. So, say if the camera is being held, 6 inches lower on another shot, it'll actually move what the screen is displaying based off of that.
Oh wow! So the screen itself is kind of working almost in an AI fashion.
Yep. Correct. Yeah, it's kind of like a giant virtual reality type of. That's pretty cool.
So cool. That is so cool. And so, man, to be able to make a movie in your garage, that's freaking wow.
Mm-hmm. And they don't have to go through and superimpose everything like a green screen would actually, force you to do. So That's the other really nice thing. Is they've got a hell of a lot less editing that they have to do after the fact. They've got, more sequences that they can see in real time and see how it's going to look. It's cool stuff, man. I think we need one. That's all we need for our booth for conventions when they come back, is just one of those in a 10 by 10 grid. You can just throw up and say, all right, this is our booth now. Just change it to whatever we want.
Yeah, I just don't want to set up that booth. Oh,
It'd probably be pretty easy if you think about it. If it's just one giant screen, you just wheel it in.
Yeah, the wheeling part, and I'm thinking about stuffing it in the van.
Yeah,
minivan.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty cool.
That's crazy. That is so cool. Huh? I had no idea.
Let's see here. So the next news article, I think this is the last one we have. Tenants John David Washington gets Nolan's vote to play Green Lantern, but he won't direct it. So Christopher Nolan is officially saying that he is done with DC, which understandable.
Well, isn't he still producing?
It doesn't even say that he's producing in this article. He does say that he likes the idea of John Washington getting that role, but it doesn't say that he's really going to do anything around it.
And
let's
what
go to
has he
chat
done before?
real quick. What do you guys think? Do you think he would make a good John Stewart Green Lantern?
So
let us know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think he would.
It all depends on how they direct it. You know what I mean?
Is Christopher Nolan the one that did the one with Ryan Reynolds?
No, Christopher Nolan did the Dark Knight series.
That was Martin Campbell, I believe, the guy who saved the Bond franchise twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then he drops the ball with Green Lantern.
The Dark Knight was an awesome series. That
yeah,
was one of my favorite of all the Batman series. So that sucks that he's not interested in doing a Green Lantern the right way.
Yeah. No, I'm not too amped for a Green Lantern movie. I know that Matt's really looking forward to it.
Green Lantern's sick.
I mean, I think it could
Green
be
Lantern
really
movie,
cool
and I have a lot of bad history. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it fell short of expectations and didn't deliver?
No. Do you remember? Okay, I think I told you the story. I finally got that contract with DC Comics. I was all sorts of excited.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking with the editors and everything, and we're like, okay, we're going to do this. And then they dropped my contract because they wanted to do a major push for Green Lantern stories to coincide with that movie.
Wasn't the Ryan Reynolds show wasn't that the one they started focusing on right around that time?
Yeah.
Well, it was Ryan Reynolds, dude. I mean, I want him to play me in my movie about CryptoComics Marketplace. I want to be played by Ryan Reynolds. I called it first. Just so you know.
Okay. Joe Rogan, man.
Oh, dude, I'll take that too. I'll totally take that too. Hell yeah.
So I would be played by Seth Rogen, so it fits.
That would work.
Nice.
That would work for me.
Who would play you, Matt?
Me?
Beyonce?
I'll take it. I'll take
it. Are you kidding?
What's the British actor's name? Ezra Elba?
Elba?
Yeah.
And then Sean can be played by the Thor dude.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth. He's famous, right?
Yeah.
No, he's Australian, so you have to get Paul Hogan. I'm sorry. We're Americans. Everything has to be Paul Hogan.
You do realize that Hemsworth is Australian, right?
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
Just making sure. I just after that comment, I was like, he doesn't know.
No, I knew.
Okay, and
as long as it's not Sam Worthington.
You know, I actually like Sam Worthington. I've said it. I like his movies.
I like him. He just seems to destroy every single franchise he's in. I
love Sam Worthington.
I love Sam Worthington. He's my boy. But Clash of the Titans died. Terminator Salvation died.
But that was such a good movie. Actually, I liked it. I don't care what people say. I liked it.
Now wait a minute.
To continue.
No, because there's one coming up that's like the greatest movie of all time, and he didn't kill it, except he killed it at the box office.
Which one are you talking about?
Avatar.
Yep,
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right. Sean, you're such a badass.
Dude, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think of Avatar? Let's just get this
It's
one
one of
done.
the greatest movies of all motherfucking time.
You
Really?
know, I loved it, but I did like it better when it was called Pocahontas.
What do you think, Sean?
I think it is the last film that I would have seen more than 4 times at the cinemas.
Yep.
And I'm a big
So you
Star
haven't
Wars
been to
fan.
any of the Marvel movies then at the cinemas?
Yeah. No. I mean more than 4 times at paid 4
Like watching
times
it
or
over
more.
Yeah.
and over and over in a
I
theater.
went to the last Spider-Man 7 times.
Well, that's
No, see,
mean,
I went
Idaho
to
Falls.
Endgame twice, because I really enjoyed that.
yeah,
But
good.
yeah, I have to say before that would have been one of the Star Wars films. But yeah, I think that was the last film that I'd watched, so many times at the movies. So I watched it, at the movies, watched it in 3D, then watched it on IMAX, and then went back to the movies, type of thing. So I'm intrigued to see what the universe is like underneath the water. And I think, story wise, you're 100% correct. It is the story of Pocahontas and everything, but that's the hero's journey that they've taken in that story. But the universe building and that was just spectacular, and that, so that's what I'm looking forward to in Avatar 2. But hopefully the story's just as good. Yeah, it could come out and be T2, man, and then you're like, what? Yeah. So.
Yeah. See, Avatar was the only movie I've ever willingly went to and watched again in the theater. It was the only one, and I can't, now that you mention, I can't remember how many times I did, but I remember watching it in the theater a couple of times. It was just a journey. That movie just was.
I'm going to call a lie, guys. I'm going to call a lie. I reckon he watched Twilight multiple times at the movies.
100%.
Actually, so I was so bored in Twilight, the first one, that my wife would never take me back to any of the other ones. Because I kept asking, I was like, how long are they going to stare at each other for?
That's clever. I never even thought of that. I'm using
oh my
that.
gosh, are you serious, dude? Come on, man. You got to start asking questions. Then the wife is like, shut the fuck up and get the heads out.
He says that now, but I'll bet you that he was at Bath and Body Works getting sparkle butter to put all over his body before everything.
I gotta actually say this. When it comes to those Twilight movies, right? My wife drugged me, and I was like, "Oh God, no!" But the third one was directed by the same guy who did 30 Days a Night, right? Have you guys seen that movie?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh, I was like, this guy knows.
The last one where the vision happened and everything like that. That was the fourth one.
Yeah,
I don't know. You tell us, Josh.
I don't know. My wife would let me go after the first one, Fry. You didn't catch that part?
Either way. So I'm like, this guy knows his vampires. It's actually going to be good. So I was like, all right, I'll go with you on this one. And
is that with the redhead?
This is why I can't talk ever. So yeah, I brought my daughter to it too. I was like, if I have to suffer through it, you are too. So Cadence went with me. And as soon as the movie lets out, we're all walking out, and I kind of turn to Cadence. I'm like, so what'd you think? She turns to me with the sweetest look on her face and goes, Dad, thought you said there were going to be vampires in this movie. I was like, I love you.
The third one was mainly werewolves, wasn't it? Or no, I'm trying to think of the third one. I don't even know. Was that why
are we even talking about this, guys?
I don't
was
know.
that where that
Move along. Move along.
Army of sparkly vampires?
We went from talking about super CGI'd Fern Gully to.
First of all, Fern Gully was one of the best movies of all time. Okay, let's just.
Dude, I'm just saying, Avatar is Fern Gully.
Man.
It's the same thing. It's just one was animated and the other one.
I saw Pocahontas in it.
See, I loved Fern Gully. I don't know much about Pocahontas, and Avatar ruled.
Yeah, I'm not saying that made the movie bad.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying it is literally just a remake. You know what I mean?
So this next one that they're doing, it's all underwater, and that it looks so crazy to watch
Yeah,
the filming
should
on
be
that.
pretty cool.
I am stoked.
I haven't checked out anything. I want to be totally shocked and surprised.
James Cameron's like a beast, man. That dude
Well,
comes up with
like,
the cool
keep in
stuff.
mind, you got all the guys in the motion capture suit, right? But they
Mhm.
still have all the balls like stuck to them, and they literally like, nope, you're underwater for
Don't get
all
too
day.
excited, Jared. Not those kind.
Hey, don't worry, Fry. Don't worry. So I have a question. So Sam Worthington didn't ruin that one, Sean.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not a series yet, mate. It's just
Well,
a
it's
single
about
movie.
to be. It's about to be.
Well,
It's about to be.
if he does, mate, I'm blaming you now. 'cause
Whatever,
you've just
don't
told it-
blame
you've
me.
told it for Fry that he hasn't.
Oh my
So you're
heck, I'm
jinxed
just
this movie
saying.
before it's
I'm
out.
just saying
You've
Sam
jinxed
could
it.
play you in the movie about us.
Oh, I cannot wait.
That looks
haven't-
pretty
Now,
rad.
None
I
of
just
this.
can't wait until like we actually see that movie come out, and I wonder if that's going to do anything to how they film the Submariner movie or the new Aquaman movie. Like, are they going to have to hit the drawing board again to
There
try
was
to
some pretty
compete?
cool tech that they did with Aquaman, like
Oh,
those
yeah.
stationary freaking devices that were holding them suspended. I thought that was really clever. Oh wow, I haven't seen none of this.
That is pretty cool looking. That's interesting. But anything with Sigourney Weaver in is gonna be amazing.
Is she going to be in this next one?
No, she's dead, dude.
She's got to be in it.
No, she's dead, dude.
Dude, there's like images of her
Dude, she
in the
died.
filming.
She didn't make it. She's stuck with the goddess, man. She's dead. You guys are.
My audio just cut
Whatever.
out. Yay.
Seriously, she is literally filming
Oh
for it.
shit, you're
So
right.
her character's got to be coming
Maybe
back.
she's reborn. She's probably. What are you doing, Matt?
My audio had cut out. So
Oh,
Mm,
well, she's probably going to be reborn.
that might
you know,
be. I mean, it could happen.
The tree is going to put her through somebody, and that she's going to be a baby and grow really fast or something.
So, next news article, and this is our last news article of the night. So, a history professor creates a new course specifically on comic books.
Oh crap, Sean! Can you hang out this long, dude? Is your wife gonna get mad at us? What? Tell me, man.
it's
No.
still morning. He's just probably missed breakfast.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm such a jerk. I'm so sorry, dude. So sorry. But you're such a stud.
I love it, Jared. It's like it will be like 15 minutes. Yeah,
I said that.
No, it is.
I've been waiting for you
20
to jump
minutes
off,
max.
man. I'm like, wait. I'm like, dude, I'm done with these guys, man. They're like jerks. Let's go.
Okay, usually what happens is when we start cutting him off, then he leaves. So
Yeah.
it's usually about 15 minutes.
Generally speaking. So I'm like, I'm out of here. I can't take this anymore. My ego just is too delicate.
So, the main focus on this course is just comics and history, and it uses its comics to show a history of social issues,
Oh, cool.
which is kind of cool, kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Comics have been like a magnifying glass on social issues since they first came out.
Some
Long
comics.
before the days of superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot that are like, like Dick Tracy. That was a huge one on tackling social issues.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting to take that that medium and use it for history.
Oh yeah.
House Lorbridge on YouTube says it was 15 CryptoComics minutes. I'm gonna start using that. Jared's gonna be like, "Where's that creative I needed?" I'm gonna be like, "I told you I'd get it to you in 10 CryptoComics minutes."
Yeah, by the way, dude, we're still late on the ones I need from you. If you don't mind, like getting them done.
We've got everything done that
Everything?
we can do.
Everything?
We've had it done for like 6 days now.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Well, then why didn't you ever give it to me?
You never asked.
Oh,
Actually,
man.
I put it right in. I put it right in the marketing channel so that everyone would have it. But let's talk about that after the stream.
Oh, my. Come
So-
on now. You're the one brought it up.
Good Lord.
All right,
So
what's gonna
Rosen.
happen Friday night?
I don't know.
Oh.
You want to tell him, Sean? Or you want us to tell him?
Oh, my gosh. You guys just left him hanging like that?
No,
No.
I'm asking you.
Jeez, man, he's just
Do you
like,
want to say it?
just like,
Super excited if I'm allowed to announce it here that we're going to do the launch of my next Kickstarter series XET Infinity on Friday night. So 7 p.m. Is that correct? Your time?
Yep, Mountain Standard Time.
So 7 p.m. So the cool thing about this is because it is a crossover with a video game, I've been able to get a couple of keys to access the game. So we'll be able to show you guys the actual game. We'll be able to show you my characters from XCT in the game, which no one would have seen before. And we'll also be giving away a free key to someone to have access to the game. We'll be talking about the Kickstarter and everything to do with that as well. So super excited and appreciate you guys doing something a bit different to help out the indies like myself. So yeah,
Dude, we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be
pleasure. Thank you.
I want to crash that. Fry, can I crash that one?
No.
You should have asked me, Matt. Bad.
Looks like I get to crash it. So I'm happy now. I will be
you
there
and me,
on
Matt.
Friday.
Dude, I'm back. Oh, no, quick, hurry, keep Fry off. Yeah, I'm back. Woo! Woo! Sorry, Fry, you've been booted. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that works.
Shh, everybody.
You
Shh.
get, go ahead, run the couch.
Fry's back.
I got stuff to do.
Shh.
Go right ahead.
Everybody. Shh. Yes, Fry.
I hate you sometimes.
Yes, we are super excited, Sean. We are so excited. And I just want to say thank you so much for allowing us the opportunity to actually be doing this with you. If I'm not mistaken, this Friday, the 18th, is when you're going to launch your Kickstarter.
Yep, correct.
So we are going to be launching it from the CryptoComics Marketplace channel, which is it's such an honor. And yes, Matt, we expect you to be crashing it.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, we don't.
So don't listen to Fry. Don't listen. You know
yet.
what happens?
It's
You know
been
what
2
happens
years
when he
and I
talks
haven't
back?
listened to him yet.
Boom! We just get rid of it. We just
Oh.
Hey.
That's so weird.
Like, oh my
Oh,
god.
like, it's my show now. I get it.
oh, that's awesome.
So
Sorry,
welcome.
Fry.
He's having fun. He's having fun.
I'm Sean Keenan, your host.
There you go.
I thought that was perfect, man. You were so shocked. You're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm the only one here. Wait, I don't think this is part of the script.
We don't have scripts anymore.
I know. I tried to follow, guys. I'm sorry.
It's bad because like I get on shows like this and I feel like I'm able to talk about my series and you know, that enthusiasm comes through and all that type of stuff. I try and sit here and do a Kickstarter video on a script, and for fuck's sake, man, I can never get those videos right, and I'm all sitting there going, and if you can do like Kickstarter, that would be very nice. Thank you. I'm like, seriously, dude, just loosen up. Like, you know, come on.
Yeah, it's hard to loosen up when you got to think about what to say.
You need to seriously watch Jared read a script. When we're on the video, he'll like instantly be like, okay, let's do the introductions. I wrote this great one. He'll be like, okay. All right. So what happens here is
The best one is when he's doing them at conventions. That's really funny.
It's like, wait a minute, guys. Wait, what's going on here? Wait, what?
I know.
What?
I'm like, Jared, I need you to record a video. He's like, cool. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just walk around this convention floor here. And we're just going to talk about this. I'm like, oh, my Lord.
That's
Nothing
not
usable.
true. You were holding the camera, Fry.
That's not even true. That never happened.
You were holding the camera. Oh, my egg.
That was a lie.
He's like, he's making shiz up right now. He's like,
Totally
he's
a lie.
making shiz up. Oh,
Totally
my
a
God.
lie. House Lord Bridge on YouTube says, shut up, Jared.
Oh, now, Play nice, Fry. Play nice, or I'll take you off. Oh,
I'm totally removing his login privileges. That's it.
Sorry, my bad.
Jared's gonna have to request to join on stream from now
Now,
on.
just so you, House said play nicely. Okay, Fry.
Okay, all right, House.
Jeez.
We'll play nicely. So, yeah, so we're gonna be playing the beta of the game. We're gonna be doing some pretty rad giveaways. We've got a new shirt in the mix that we will be doing for that, and celebrating the launch of the Kickstarter.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, right now in the marketplace, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, Comics to Movies is the featured creator for the week. Correct?
That's true. Yes.
So
sir.
if you get the opportunity, be sure to join the marketplace through Comics to Movies profile link. And then check out what Fry has done with our dash, guys. It is really super cool, man. And it's a testament to just how hard the team is constantly working to make things freaking happen. The new dash is just incredible. Next, I believe, is the profile page is going to get some tweaks to it. Correct, Fry? I think that's the way. Yeah. So Fry, unfortunately, literally lives under like a stairs in a little room, kind of like
it's like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's totally like Harry Potter. The only difference is we slammed the door in his face when he asked for food.
And Fry's dramatically more attractive.
I sneak him pizza every now and then.
Oh, you're so cool, man!
Slides a waffle under the door. Here you go, Dobby.
Eats some tacos. I give him a pizza. You know.
Why do I feel that that's code for some sexually explicit?
Oh God, no!
You're doing codes to Fry now.
I slipped him pizza.
Shit! Oh my God! Oh, I did not. I was not aware of this.
We don't talk about that on the stream.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Somebody just went farther conspiracy than me. Oh, that was awesome.
I don't even know if that's possible.
Dude, pepperoni.
Creeping me out.
Oh
you don't even know what
God!
that means. You don't even know what that means.
Why in God's name?
Anchovies.
Oh, that's awkward.
Anchovies.
Pineapple on pizza. Get on it, guys. Pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple is good on pizza. Just so you know, pineapple is delicious on pizza.
I love pineapple on pizza.
Yes, it's very good. Yeah, it sweetens it up, you know.
Yep. And then on Wednesday, instead of doing our normal Creating Comics show, so everybody's aware, we are not going to be holding that on Wednesday. But what we are going to be doing is basically a system walkthrough and Ask Me Anything type of segment with Matt and myself, and get ridiculous and get a whole bunch of giveaways out, and just kind of walk through CryptoComics and show kind of how it began and where it's at now. And
you gonna like show origin story or something?
We're gonna go through and show like some of the original pages, how they used to look when we first went live. Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you want to show people? What
show the original branding and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, you guys should show them. You guys should show them. Oh no, you already did. I think you did that last Wednesday where you guys showed the different logos you guys started out with to get to the one that we have. That was pretty cool, actually. I liked that process. Well, you know what? I just want to let you guys know. I probably got to get Sean home because he stayed way past his bedtime. So I'm sorry, Sean.
It's probably not even. Is it even lunch for you yet?
Yeah, I've missed my lunch now.
I'm trying to give him an out, dude. Freak! Oh my gosh!
Thank you for having us, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Every time you come on, it is a blast.
So much fun
having you. Crash anytime you want.
You could regret saying that.
I doubt it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. And much love to the audience. I appreciate everyone that's watching, and hope to see you guys all on Friday.
All right.
Nice. Let's do it.
See you guys.
Bye.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, so in chat real quick, Rose had said, I have to limit my live watching, so I have to think what I watch. It's nearly 4 a.m. When will I get the t-shirt? Actually, Rose, I need you to shoot us a message on YouTube and let me know your shirt size as well. I believe we were missing that information. So I will, if you can shoot us a
Dude,
message.
make sure
really
that you
appreciate
get people's information, dude. Don't let that stuff happen, okay? I just making sure. All right.
Shut that.
Dude, next time.
And
you
Amy
hear
Fraser in chat actually says tomorrow is CryptoComics' birthday, which is fantastic. It's
That
cake
is
day.
awesome.
He just realized he can mute. Look how happy he is.
Damn.
He doesn't realize he's been muted this whole time, though.
And
All right.
okay.
We're locking Jared out. It's official from now on.
So I do got to point out something. When you guys were talking about the creatives and stuff, Amy posted this.
Yeah. Even Amy
Jared.
saw this stuff. Yeah.
Haha, Jared.
Conveniently, Jared jumped off the channel right then. But yeah, so come back, visit us on Wednesday. We're gonna do the Ask Me Anything and have some fun and probably do some ridiculous dad jokes. So other than that, make sure you like, subscribe, share the video out. We love you guys. Take care of each other.
See you on Wednesday and Friday. Don't forget.
Ba ba ba. And with that, we leave.